welcome to your yoga practice for today. Today's class is all about balance and strength, so we'll warm up and then eventually get to standing and then balancing some. So what you need, enough space to move, a yoga mat would be nice, go ahead and have some water nearby. We'll use the yoga blanket. If you don't have a yoga blanket, you can use a folded up towel or a flat pillow just for padding. And music. I'm gonna have music playing during the class, but you won't be able to hear it because if I did that, YouTube would take it down. But I'll link the playlist in the description below, and if you're playing this like on a computer, or you could open it up on a secondary device, or, okay, it's on Spotify. So if you have Spotify on your phone, you can search for the playlist. It's called July Balance and Strength. You should be able to find it if you search July Balance and Strength. And if not, you could play your own music or choose to have no music at all. It's totally up to you. It's no big deal. So yeah, go ahead and get your stuff together and we'll get started. There was a little hiccup at the end of the video where it stopped recording, so you're gonna see me change outfits and days, but hopefully it'll all flow together, and sorry about that. Okay, so I'm gonna start the music. This is where I'm gonna cut in the other clip, so we're gonna go ahead and start the music now. I'll count down from 3, 2, 1. I hope you enjoy.
Start it in 3. The first song is Okay to Feel. Okay, I'm gonna start it in 3, 2, 1.
All right, so you can go ahead and move your blanket to the side. We're gonna start out lying flat on our backs.
You can wiggle out a little bit when you get here, maybe rocking your body side to side. And then choose how you want to have your feet. So either laid all the way out, feet together, knees wide, or something gentle on the low back is feet wide and knock your knees together. Let them fall into the center. Choose where you want your arms. Maybe you want them heart open, out wide. Maybe you want to place them somewhere on your body or down by your sides. And once you pick a spot, go ahead and close your eyes here. Feel into how your body feels today, the parts that are touching the floor. Begin noticing the breath, how it flows in and out. If it comes up high in your chest or if it reaches all the way down to your belly. We'll take a few moments here in stillness just to arrive, leaving the busyness of the day behind and just coming to our practice. Begin scanning your body. So without moving, bring your awareness to different parts, maybe your legs, down into your feet. See if you can feel the aliveness in your feet. And come up into your belly. Let's take a big deep breath into the belly, in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. Let's do that again. Into your belly. Let something go. And one more. Inhale. And release. Let's bring our awareness up to our chest. Feel into your heart space. And let your awareness trickle down your arms. See if you can feel your hands without moving them. See if you can just bring your awareness to each finger. Then come back, feel into your neck. Then up into your face, into the crown of the head. Let your awareness fill all of your body, down to your feet, through your legs, your core, your heart, your arms, your head. Let's take a big deep breath into that space of your body. And release. You can blink your eyes open or keep them shut. We're going to wiggle our fingers and our toes. Rotate your wrists. Take a big stretch. Stretch your arms up over your head, your feet out long. Good. We'll bring our left leg to the floor, our foot to the floor, and bring your right knee in towards your chest. You can grab onto the calf and pull it in towards you gently. You can stay in stillness or rock side to side. Making sure we're still breathing deeply. Let's extend our right leg towards the ceiling. Rotate your ankle in a circle. You can switch directions, circle the other way. And then bring your hands behind your thigh and gently bring your leg towards you, stretching out your hamstring. Let's find some movement here. So begin shifting your leg, small movements, just a couple inches from right to left. Keep flexing your foot if that feels okay. And when you get to a spot that feels particularly like a lot in the hamstring, go ahead and pause there for a couple breaths. Take some extra deep breaths here. Good. Bring it back to center. Go ahead and release your grip. Bring your right ankle on top of your left knee and feel into your hip here. Really push the right knee away from you using your leg strength. Feel how that feels. And now we're going to raise the left foot off the floor. Maybe shift your tailbone down and then squeeze in towards you, the either grab onto the back of the thigh or the top of the calf for reclined figure 4. Stay in stillness or rock your lower back side to side on the ground. Two more breaths here. Good. Okay, go ahead and release. Bring both knees in towards your chest. You can wiggle it out, circle out your ankles. Go ahead and bring both feet up to the sky. And then let your right foot come to the ground. We'll go ahead and bend the left knee in and squeeze it in towards our chest gently. Keep breathing. And you can rock side to side or find stillness. Bringing some fluid into the hip joints. Good. Extend the left leg up to the sky. Rotate out your ankle a couple times. And then grab behind your thigh and gently bring it in closer to you until you feel it in your hamstrings. We'll stay in stillness for a couple breaths. Go ahead and start gently moving your legs side to side just a couple inches. Feeling into different parts of the back of the leg. And when you get to a place that feels particularly like a lot, for me that's leaning it over across the body. Go ahead and flex your foot there and breathe in here. Bringing some extra opening to that place that we're holding a lot. One more deep breath, and then at the exhale, go ahead and bring your foot back to the sky. Cross your ankle on top of your knee and press that knee away using the strength of your leg. And then raise up and bring everything in towards your chest. Grabbing onto the back of the thigh or the top of the calf, bringing everything in close towards you. Find stillness or massage your low back on the ground by rocking side to side. Keep breathing deep breaths. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. All right, go ahead and unwind. Bring both legs up to the sky. Bring both arms up to the sky. Rotate out your wrists and your ankles. And then you can bring your knees into your chest and we'll rock our way up to a seat. You can rock a couple of times or just one. However you get there, that is good.
And then we're into a seat. Let's open up our shoulders a little bit. So we'll go ahead and bring our shoulders up and back a couple times. Just roll your shoulders. and then we'll roll them forward. Bring your hands together and interlace them, and push your knuckles forward, rounding your back and looking down. Inhale back to center. Exhale, push your fingers away. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, release them down. Go ahead and inhale. Look over to the right, flip your right palm over, and lean over to the left, stretching out your right side. Try to avoid really reaching over. It's more of a up and over. Big deep breaths here. Inhale, come back to center. We'll bring the left arm up and over. Good. Come back to center. We're gonna make big circles with our upper body to warm up our spine. So go ahead and come over towards the left knee, come towards center, over to the other knee. Yeah, just whatever direction feels right. As big or small as feels good right now. The circles. Good, switch directions of your circles. Make your circles smaller and smaller until we spiral in towards center. Close your eyes and let's take a big deep breath here. Inhale. Let it go. One more time. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, release. Good, now we're gonna come onto our hands and knees. So here is where I'm gonna grab my blanket and use it to pad underneath my knees. You can do the same. And we'll come onto hands and knees. Shoulders over wrists and knees under our hips. We'll go ahead and feel in here how our wrists feel this morning. Maybe shift our weight a little bit side to side, waking up our wrists. Go ahead and take your right hand and walk it out so that your fingers face the outside of your mat. Just warming up different parts of the wrists we don't always use. All right, walk that hand forward and bring the other hand so your fingers are facing out. And come back to center. And while we're here, our core can have a tendency to sag and our tailbone lift up. Let's try and draw our core up and have our tailbone facing the back of the room. We're going to begin to engage our core a little bit. So get really comfortable on your left knee because we're going to extend our right leg out and back. And go ahead and lift it up so it's level with your hip. And then we're going to do some like bicycles on our hands and knees. So inhale, bring it in towards your chest as far as it'll go. And then exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it in, drop your head. Exhale, extend. Keep your core engaged. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, extend out. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, extend. Two more. Inhale. Bring it out. Last one. Yay, extend. Good. Come back to your hands and your knees.
We'll inhale, drop our belly and look forward. And exhale, round our back and look down. Inhale, drop your belly, bring your chest forward. Exhale, come down. Good. Let's go ahead and sit back on our toes. So we're standing on our knees, and we'll take our hands and make a grip and then make a figure 8 pattern. Switch directions if you can. It's hard. Okay, good. When you feel ready, come back to hands and knees. Get comfortable on that right knee and bring your left leg out straight. Engage through your core and lift up that back leg. We'll bring it into our chest. Exhale. And inhale, come out. Inhale, crunch in. Exhale, extend. Inhale, come together. Exhale, extend. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. And exhale out. Good, last one. Inhale. Come out. All right, good. Come back to hands and knees. Let's go ahead and sink back into child's pose. So this is also where you can come anytime in the practice that it gets too crazy. So go ahead and extend your knees out wider than your hips, and then walk your hands forward. If your head doesn't touch the ground, it could be nice to have like a pillow or a stack of something so you can rest down. But go ahead and sink down, letting your heart melt towards the floor, and letting your forehead melt towards the floor too. We'll take a big deep breath here and let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go ahead and walk your hands over to the right side of the mat and then sink back down, stretching out the left side body. Face your head whatever way feels comfortable for you. And keep breathing here. Then go ahead and look up, walk your hands towards center, and then all the way over to the left, and then melt down. Good, look up, walk your hands back to center, and then we'll push our way back up into a seat. Now we're gonna come to standing and do some standing poses. So go ahead and stand up. Now's a good time to grab some water if you want some. Great. Okay, so we're gonna start out by standing in mountain pose, grounding our feet down to the floor, pulling up through our core, making our chest wide, arms down by our side. We'll take a big deep breath here and let it go. Keep your right foot planted underneath you. We're going to step our left foot back into a high lunge. So come up high on the ball of the back foot. We'll keep our hands on our hips and make sure our hips are square to the front. And take a big deep breath here. Try and have your knee over your ankle. You can bounce a little bit, just warming up. Good, now step the left foot forward to meet it, and we'll come back into mountain pose. Let's warm up our feet a little bit. So go ahead and come up onto the ball of your right foot and come down, up on the ball of the left foot. Do that a couple times. Circling out the ankle, whatever feels good right here, whatever your feet want to wake up with. You can come up on both toes at once. Good. All right, so let's come back to mountain pose. And we'll step our right foot back. So we're in a high lunge with the left foot in front. Put your hands on your hips and square them to the front. The back hip tends to want to like open up to the side, so try and bring it forward. I'll take big deep breaths here to begin warming up into our legs. Pull up through your core. Make your chest wide and proud. All right, go ahead and bring your right foot up. So we're standing in mountain at the top. Let's go ahead and inhale, come up on both of your toes, arms up. Exhale, come down, bend your knees. All right, let's go into a high lunge with the right foot in front. Hips square. Either leave your hands on your hips, or if it feels good, go ahead and sweep them up to the sky. Bring your shoulders down and relax them down your back so they're not creeping up towards your ears. And then we're gonna go ahead and open up into Warrior Two. So that means shift over, so you're opening up your hips, and your right foot will still be bent in front, and the left foot is out behind you, kind of at a diagonal. Really grounding through both feet, so you're centered in the middle. You might really feel this in your right leg. Try and really keep pushing down through the left leg so we don't dump everything into the right. So we're here and we're strong. You can either keep your hands on your hips or extend your arms out to the sides, really reaching through both fingertips. You can look over your front middle finger. Relax your shoulders down your back, engage through your core. Good. Flip your right palm over, the front palm. You can gently bring your right your right hand to your right thigh. Reach up and over, so you're stretching out towards your back foot. Really ground down through both feet. And come up to center. We're gonna flip open the back palm and reach up and over towards the front. You can look wherever feels comfortable. Good, come back to center. And we'll go ahead and straighten the right leg and bring our feet in towards each other a little bit. You can have your feet kind of turned out. And then we'll inhale up. This is 5-pointed star. And then exhale, bend your knees and bend your arms too. Inhale up to the sky, straighten your legs. Exhale, come down, bending your arms and your legs. We'll stay here for a second. You can bounce along to the music or stay still. Inhale, straighten your arms and your legs. And we'll come down again, bending your arms and your legs. This time, drop your hands inside your knees and let your right shoulder drop. Really grounding through all four corners of the feet. They tend to want to roll onto the outside edges, but we'll try and ground down our big toe side too. And then come and bring your left shoulder down, switching sides. Good, okay, and then go ahead and straighten your legs, bring your arms up overhead. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Good job. Okay, let's go ahead and face the back of our mat. Come into mountain, grounding through both feet, pulling up through your core, letting your tailbone come towards the ground. Bring your shoulders up and over. Roll out your shoulders a couple times. Go ahead and you can face however you want. And we'll bring our hands and clasp them behind our backs. Bring them over to the hip, either side, and then drop your head toward your hands. So stretching out the side of your neck. You can close your eyes here and breathe in. All right, go ahead and bring your head up to center. Bring your arms out behind you and switch sides, bringing your clasped hands to your other hip and letting your head fall towards that side. See how it feels with bringing your elbow in, hugging it in versus out. And just breathe here. Good, come back up to center, release your grip. You can rotate your arms out, shake out your legs a little bit. We're gonna come into the other side. So you can face the back of your mat and go ahead and bring your right leg back so you're in a high lunge with your left foot in front. Square your hips off to the front. Either inhale your arms up to the sky or stay where you are. We're going to open up into Warrior Two on this side. So we'll be facing the long edge of our mat. This front leg is bent, so our knee is over our ankle, and our back foot is pointing out, and we're grounding through both sides of the back foot because it can want to come in towards the center, but we're going to try and keep it flat, all four corners of the foot grounding. So you can either have your hands on your hips, or you can have your arms out wide, reaching through both fingers. You can look over that front middle finger. We'll engage our core, let our shoulders drop down. Flip over your front palm and reach up and over towards the back foot. Come back to center and then flip over your back palm and lean, reaching towards the front. Let your shoulder come down away from your ear. Let's take a couple breaths here, stretching out the side body. Good, okay. Inhale, come up, back into Warrior Two. And now we're going to switch over and we're going to come back into a high lunge with the left foot in front. And then bring both your feet together. So we're back in mountain pose. Good job. You can grab some water if you want. Now we're going to start on some balancing. So let's go ahead and you can make your way over to a wall. And we're going to start with tree pose. We're going to start with eagle actually. So go ahead and plant your left foot down. And let's bring the right foot up and you can cross it over the leg and let it rest on the ground. Try and keep your hips square to the front and bend into those legs. And it's okay if you're leaning over some, but try and maybe bring your whole upper body so you're standing up straighter. either hold onto the wall or we can come into eagle arms here. We'll bring our right arm on top of our left and let the palm, the front, the front of the hands connect. We'll stay here for a couple breaths. If you have eagle arms, try and expand across your chest as much as you can. Release the legs, come to standing. If you're not already in eagle, if you're in eagle arms, stay there. If you're not, go ahead and either hug across your body, which will also do the same shoulder opening, or if it feels okay, bring your right elbow on top of your left and let your tops of your hands connect. Sending some deep breaths into our shoulders here. Then exhale, extend your arms all the way out. Let's make big circles with our arms. So up and over and up. Inhale as your arms come up and exhale as you release them down. And then last one. Good. Wiggle out anything you need to. We're going to come into tree with the same standing foot. So ground down your left foot and let your toes rest on the ground. Really square off your hips, get centered here, engage your core, stand up tall. Hands can be on your hips or finding support on a wall. Go ahead and stay here, or you can bring your bottom foot up to your calf. And you choose if you want to bring your arms up. Even if you're wobbling like crazy, it's no big deal. That's really good because your ankle's finding how to stabilize itself. So wherever you are, good job. You're doing it. Last breath here. And then release. Good. All right, let's come into eagle on the other side. So go ahead and ground down the right foot. And we'll cross the left foot over and sink down into our hips. Like bend your knees. Bring your chest up. Maybe find eagle arms here with the left arm on top, bringing your palms together. Make sure you're pulling up through your core. Go ahead and straighten up. If you're in eagle arms, stay here, really broaden across your shoulders. And if not, either come with your left arm on top, hugging across your chest, creating space, or come into eagle arms now with your left arm crossing over. You can close your eyes here and just take a couple deep breaths into your shoulders, feeling the heat that we've created within the body. Good, go ahead and release out to the sides. And now we'll come into tree on the other side. Go ahead and ground your right foot and bring your left foot beside your ankle. Leave a little buoyancy in the right leg, like don't lock out your knee. Stay here. You can have your hands on your hips. Feel yourself root down through your right foot and extend up through your upper body. And if it feels good, you can go ahead and bring your left foot up to rest on your calf. You can bring your arms up. You can sway like a tree in the wind. Okay, good. Now release down to the ground. Shake out anything you need to. Good job. Okay, let's go ahead and sit down. Grab some water if you want. We're gonna do a little bit of core work before we wind down. So go ahead, and when you're ready, plant both your feet on the ground. We're gonna lean back a little bit, and then bring our arms over to the right and over to the left. Keep your core engaged. Over to the right, to the left, twisting over to the right, and over to the left, and adding on or keeping like this. So the next time you're over to the right, lift up your left leg, bring it back down and come back to center. Come over to the left, lift up your right leg, and come to center. Continuing with or without the legs, side to side, with your own breath. Okay, final. Keep going. And for the last set, if you want to bring both legs up, go ahead. And now we're finished. Go ahead and roll down onto your back. You can rock side to side to massage your low back. Go ahead and bring your hips over towards the left and let your knees drop over to the right for a twist. Extend your left arm out. You can close your eyes here. Just letting yourself melt. Bring your gaze up, scoot your butt beneath you, come back to center. We'll go ahead and bring our hips over to the right and let our knees drop over to the left. Extending the right arm out and twisting to this side. All right, you can bring your knees up to the sky, scoot your hips beneath you. Go ahead and raise both your legs up to the sky. We'll go ahead and bend our knees, bringing our feet in towards us for a reclined butterfly pose. You can rock a little side to side, just letting your hips open even more. And then we'll go ahead and let ourselves come into our final pose, Shavasana. So that's laying flat on our backs, legs out wide, arms by our sides, palms up. You can close your eyes here. And this is where we let the practice integrate through our bodies. In this place of stillness, we feel the reverberations of our practice. And we'll stay here in a few moments of silence. If you feel your mind getting busy, wandering away, try and bring it back to the body. Bring some awareness into your feet, into your hands, into the crown of your head. And just be here. Maybe your first movement will be to turn the corners of your mouth up into a smile. You can go ahead and wiggle your fingers and your toes, rotating your ankles and your wrists, gently stretching your hands up over your head, your feet down. And go ahead and roll over onto one side, using your arm as a pillow. And we'll push our way up into a seat. Thank you for practicing today, for taking this time for yourself. And I hope we practice together again really soon. Have a great day.